Ooh, just quickly get in here before it rains. Safety first. Off we go. So my name is Kev Knight, and I am what can only be described as a car dealer. I'm a car dealer. I make a living from selling cars. I don't like the name car dealer. You tell people you're a car dealer straight away, you sort of get there's an assumption that you're a, what should we call it, a dishonest individual. Let's call it that. But as far as a bit of background about me, it all comes down to cars at the end of the day. I love cars. I absolutely love cars. Anything, ever since I was a kid, anything with wheels. Well, not wheels, not like prams and stuff. Engines. We'll go with engines. Anything with engines, motorbikes, cars, anything. Loved them all. Like, absolutely love cars. Love cars so much that ever since I have been able to work at 16, I have surrounded my living with cars. I went to a Mercedes dealership as an apprentice technician when I was 16, done that for 10 years, went and done vehicle damage assessing for insurance companies and accident management companies after that. Met my missus at a car dealership, and when I was fixing the little smart cars, part of Merck's, and she was selling the little smart cars. I met her there, and we now have two human beings that have been created on this planet because of cars. It's not sort of an over-exaggeration. My little daughters exist because of our love of cars. Do you know what? I watched that bit back. What I meant was, I didn't mean our kids were conceived in a car. What I meant was, if we hadn't have met at that dealership, then we never would have met, and our kids, sorry Goose, never would have existed. You know what I meant. My missus loves cars, I love cars. They can absolutely transform your life, cars can. Yeah, right, some people aren't car people, but we are, and that's sort of why this has now come about. I appreciate it. So this is a brand new channel. I don't know if anyone's going to watch it, if anyone's going to want to watch it. I hope they do. After going through being a mechanic and all that sort of stuff, you get a lot of people that ask you to find them cars. You know, arguably you should be able to find them a good car because you know what to look for mechanically and this and that. And it got to a point where I wanted to, do you know what, that's going to be a bit of a fib. I started finding a lot of cars for people and absolutely loved it. You know, but it got to a point where I wanted to become a car dealer full time, but I didn't have enough guts to do it. In reality, the only reason it ended up happening was because of my missus. My missus said, look, she sort of said she believed in me a lot more than I believed in myself. She said, you can do it. We lived in sort of a brand new house at that time that we'd just moved into together. And it got to a point where I realised that I wasn't going to run from a forecourt straight away, keeping overheads low and all that, and I wanted to run from home. Now, we couldn't run from where we were living because it was a new house with borderline allocated parking, and there wasn't any room to put any cars. So we started looking around, and we ended up realising that bungalows had quite big plots of land, but we thought we could buy an old rundown bungalow, turn the house around at the same time as potentially me starting a business and running from there. And that's sort of what we did. We had a look around within our area. We ended up putting our house up for sale. We'd lived there 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. And we put that up for sale with the thought of finding a bungalow, which we ended up doing. We found a bungalow that works perfectly well, had a fairly big plot of land. Well, it was big enough. It was big enough, driveway out the front, driveway down the side of the house. I could put a double garage out the back, which we ended up doing. And it worked really well. And that was actually over 10 years ago now. I've now been self-employed for 10 years. And I tell you what, I've loved every minute of it. It genuinely feels like I wouldn't say dossing for the last 10 years because it's real hard work and it is stressful, but it's so enjoyable that I genuinely feel like I haven't been at work for the past 10 years. And I suppose the problem with that is I do everything myself. I source myself. I prep myself. I don't service myself anymore. I never could MOT. Always get people to do MOTs, but it became fairly apparent that probably after 3 or 4 years, I didn't realise enough that you can only do so much by yourself. 10 years later, I'm still by myself. And just recently, I've had a few opportunities. I've had a couple of people come to me about potentially going into business with them, with bigger places and bigger everything really. And it was a hard one. I didn't really know what to do. I'm not a big risk taker, even though, yes, we sold our house and I took a little bit of money out of our mortgage to start this business. It wasn't very much because we didn't exactly have much in the first place, but I'm not a very big risk taker. And I've had a few different opportunities recently which have made me realise that I need to go, and I want to go on to the next level of not dealing from home anymore. It's amazing dealing from home. I see my kids every day, but there are disadvantages to it when you want people round. Say, for instance, your missus wants people round and they're all parking where your cars are for sale, and then a customer wants to come round and it becomes a bit, you've got kids around, and it can become quite awkward, which I didn't even realise when I went into this. So it's got to a point now where I am, the different possibilities that I've had, the actual avenue that I'm going down, rightly or wrongly, is with a little car dealership. At the moment, it's not a car dealership. It's had a guy selling motorbikes out of it for the past 10 years, something like that, and borderline, he hasn't really been selling motorbikes out of it. He's been handing, I don't know, but it's run down. It's so bad. It looks a bit poorly now, but it's got a lot of potential to be a lovely little place. And the landlord that owns the place, both of him and his good lady are just lovely people. And it's sort of made my decision to do this so much easier because his old man sold cars there in 1950. They've sold cars there in the sort of 1970s. They want me to be there and sort of be successful there as much as I would like to hope to be. And it's made it so much easier. So I thought that I'd like to. So I watch YouTube channels. I watch all of them. I watch Calvin's Car Diary. I watch Matt Armstrong. I watch all of them, and I love them. I'm hooked on all of them. And I've sat there for quite a few months now, wondering whether I could do one as well. And now this opportunity has come up. So I thought I would start a YouTube channel and bring you guys. Now I know there's no one listening at the moment because it's new, but hopefully there's some people. Bring you guys along with me. So I'm now driving to this little place that I'm going to end up starting up selling from. It's got a little forecourt, a little workshop, a little sales office, a little toilet which is handy. It's a nice little place. It's really small. Can probably only handle 8 cars on the forecourt, another couple inside. So it's not massive. I've still got my house to overflow stock with if I need a bit more room, which is only 6 minutes away from the house. So that side of it will work really well. But I wanted to introduce you guys to it, to let you have a look around, tell me what you think, tell me what you do with it, and pretty much go from there. It needs a lot doing. It definitely needs a lot doing for me to be able to go there. Numerous levels, security, it's the pace. All the render's fallen off. It needs new windows, it needs new doors. The inside of it is horrendous. It hasn't got any insulation. It's freezing cold. It needs a complete going over. So there's going to be a bit of a project doing that before I can even get out of it. But I'll start working out of it. But that is what this startup is going to be about. I want you guys to come along with me. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you guys would do with it initially. What colour you might paint it. Anything really, what you might even do with the surface on the forecourt, because I know a bit, but I'm no builder, and I sell cars. I love cars, only ever really worked on cars, so I know a bit about cars, don't really know anything about building. So if you've got suggestions which you think would be good, then let me know. Comment down below, let me know, and we'll do it together. I'm excited about it. It's hard at the moment, so at the moment I'd sort of closed my business down to go down a certain avenue sold all my cars to get money to buy into this, and now I'm going down a completely different avenue. So I sort of haven't got any stock at the moment. So I'm now having, and buying stock is horrific at the moment. It's, you know, if you want to buy nice cars, it's so hard. So I'm sort of having to build my own business back up at the same time as taking this place on. And it's really difficult. So last week I had 1 car in stock. Now I've currently got 4 cars in stock. I am prepping an X1, which I will also do a little bit on my channel about. The wheels are currently in refurb for that at the moment. It's pearl white, it's a nice car. I've got a E92 330D M Sport, which I bought a few bits, and I'm currently prepping them at the same time as doing this. But I'll take you guys along here and I'll let you have a look at it, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see you there in a moment. And here it is. This is the little place. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go and park over there, over the way a minute. I'll go and park over there, and then I'll come back. Right, guys. So here we are. This is it. This is going to be Vision Prestige's next home. I've spent 10 years dealing from home. This has just come up 7 minutes away from our house, and it's a lovely little place. It's a cool little place. Little workshop, little office, little forecourt. Got to put all barriers and CCTV and everything all down, but this is going to be it. It's got a little, I'll take you inside for a sec, let you have a little look around, but this is it. Probably be able to get 8 to 10 cars on this little forecourt, depending on where they are and depending on what I'm going to be doing. And it's a lovely little place. Here we are. So, has been a car workshop here before, actually. You can see where these were taken out here. It had a 2-poster ramp there. Of course, it's got an old compressor. Of course, it's freezing in here as well. But I know now it needs a lot of work, I get that. But as you can see, it's definitely got some potential in here. Probably be able to get 3 cars in here. Little office space, where my little office will end up being. Little toilet. Oof. Toilet don't look the best, but that'll have to get cleaned. But this is it. It's just a quick tour of where we're going to be going next. And I'll take you along with me when it all starts getting done up. Obviously, a lot of the outside needs so much work. All the renders falling off. Still got old crippled windows in it. All the buildings all cracked. But it's a nice little building. It's a nice little place. It's just off the A12, just off the 14, straight up there. Little forecourt. I have to put some bollards up. I'm excited about it. I think it's a cool little place. I've just parked over there in that old X3 that's just got part exchanged. Bless it, 2.5 litre straight 6 in that. Sounds lovely. Good old engine that is. But this is it. It's just a little introduction to what we're about to be doing. Let me know what you reckon. Wow. Back in the warm. There was a little tour for you. Oh, need some juice. Better go and get some juice. Did I lock the door? Yeah, I locked the door. Wow, so that was it. What do you reckon? I'm just going to go back now. I've got to carry on with that X1. So yeah, so it's cool, isn't it? So that was it, pretty much. Little look around for you, and hold on a minute. I sold that car. what, that car that just went, I don't know if you saw that go past, it was a red BM 3 Series. Oh, I sold that car a couple of years ago to a guy that lived around the corner from my house. It was a cool car. It was only a 320D, 13 plate 320D, but it had all the factory M Performance kit on it. It even had the M Performance engine remap from factory on it. Black stripe over the top, big black wheels. That was a cool car. He only came on my driveway last week to talk about buying a Golf R, which had 15 million owners, and I talked him out of buying that because it just wasn't a nice car, and his 3 Series is a lovely car. So not only have he came back to see if I wanted to buy the 3 Series back, and I told him not to buy the R. So now I've talked myself out of getting his car back, and I'm desperate for that car back. So lovely. And he sold it to someone else. Oh, I hope he didn't buy that R as well, because it was... Anyway. So, yeah. So that was it. Pretty cool. Bumpy here, isn't it? So that was it. Cool little place. I'll keep you updated with what's going on with it. So, but as far as the channel goes, it's pretty much just going to be a day in and day out of different things that go on when you're selling cars. I'll take you along the auction with me if that's the sort of thing that you guys might want to see what's going on, see what cars are making, see what's about, see go and have a look at, I get quite a few phone calls from customers, friends, family that are selling their cars. I'll take you along there, we'll have a look at some cars, and go from there. Really, there'll always be, I try to deal in, I prefer dealing in nice German stuff. I haven't got massively deep pockets, so I can't exactly afford a lot of expensive stuff like I would like to be able to afford, but within reason, I'll buy anything which is a lovely car, which has got a future in it, which will help someone else out. But that's pretty much it. You can tell me what you might want to see. There'll be a bit of everything, a bit of prepping, a bit of detailing, a bit of everything, and I don't know, you can come along with me. Let me know what you'd like to see, and if there's something that I do or think I could do, or then we'll do it. But for now, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in a bit. Just one last thing before you go. I've got to apologise about my complete lack of ability to edit videos. Until now, not even really now, but until now, I haven't been on social media. I've always made excuses that, not that you don't need it, but I haven't got time to do it, or this or that. Haven't really engaged with the importance of it, but obviously now I'm going to try and change my ways. And so I'm doing this on my phone, so I know I've got to get a new camera and I have a few things. So by all means, let me know. I ain't got a clue what camera to buy, as well as sound, and I haven't got a clue about editing videos. I will get better at that. I'll change it and I'll get better, but by all means, stick some suggestions on there. Let me know what cameras are best for me to get to be flying around with, what's best to film these videos on to make it better for you guys to watch, so you're not sitting there just listening to some annoying bloke with an annoying voice, which makes it even more annoying because the sound is horrendous. So let me know. I'll get better with your help, but until the next one, I've already done a load of other videos about cars and prepping them and fixing them and a few other things, and going to have a look at a few other cars, and I've taken, so they're all going to be a bit muddled around. But thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.